I found her on the street. She kept passing by me. I'm a student at Rhode Island School of Design. She was interested in some of my work, so I invited her to come over to my studio. At that time, Italy had an outbreak of COVID-19. Nobody realized this virus is approaching and occupying the United States.
Now, the virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat. People die from the flu, and this is very unusual. And it is a little bit different, but in some ways it's easier, and in some ways it's a little bit tougher. But we have it so well under control. It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. And from our shores,
My mom said she likes to watch news with Trump. She thinks that he's a very talented stand-up comedian. My school was closing. I was overwhelmed by thousands of emails and different people's advices and concerns. I was lost. Studio became a shelf for me to escape from the reality. Until public safety chased me out with wet pictures. In April 1st, I moved to a new apartment. A strange feeling invaded me. I felt despairing and hopeless. I couldn't bring myself to eat, couldn't do laundry, couldn't get out of my bed. I found myself often hold the pillow and look out the windows. After I moved in 10 days in the new place, I still didn't unpack. I realized that I lost both of my debit card and credit card when I found my fridge was completely empty. Fortunately, my friend David saved me.
Awesome. Nice work.
Christy moved in. She's my quarantine partner.
We have to go get more stuff. Will you bring up the cushions?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you help me? Hold on.
After she moved in, I always cook for us. I'm very picky about food. That's probably why I love cooking. Chili is an essential element while I cook. It always makes Christy cry.
How was it?
Delicious.
Due to the influence of COVID-19, my flight got cancelled, and the Emirates airline refused to refund. Once again, I need to find a place to stay. With many people's help, school offered me an apartment on campus. I spent all day on moving. The last shift was at night. I was exhausted. The driver is a friendly man with silver hair. He struck the conversation with home and family. My eyes were wet immediately. He tried to help me moving, but his whole body was shaking. I couldn't let him. Night after day, day after night. I'm starting to get used to the peaceful life of living here alone. I spend a lot of time on cooking and challenge my cooking skills. I like to walk around with a camera in the neighborhood and trying to find a way to develop film in the bathroom. Do I feel lonely? Do I miss the life at school? When you lost the horse, how could you know it's not a good fortune? Life goes on with its unpredictable charm. Who knows what's next?